Our fourth partner organization is UN Women Nepal. UN Women Nepal advocates gender equality and women's empowerment through programming, advocacy, and strategic partnership. Key focus areas include enhancing women's leadership in politics, promoting economic empowerment, combating gender-based violence, and strengthening women's participation in peace and security. Let's have a look at the video.
NMB Bank, building sustainable inclusion through GESI initiatives. Women Leadership Development Program. All women-led branches. Scholarship program supporting women's education. Next-gen banking leaders. Supported disability inclusion programs. Building on this foundation, NMB and UN Women are continuing the journey together. Established a child care center. Community inclusion initiatives. Financial inclusion initiatives. UN Care Forum. An initiative for inclusive workplace and community, promoting women-led entrepreneurship, expanding digital financial and business literacy programs, ending violence against women at workplace and community. Partnership for inclusive workplace and community.
For the exchange of the docket between the partners, may I invite Ms. Patricia Fernandez, country representative for Nepal, UN Women, along with Ms. Pranisha Shrestha, Chief Marketing, Liability and ADCs from NMB Bank. Two very strong women on stage, in fact, four very strong women on stage. Congratulations to both the parties. These partnerships symbolize more than collaboration. They represent a shared promise to work together for a future that is sustainable, equitable, and resilient. Up next, we would be listening to a flawless and a very inspiring remarks from Patricia herself.
When women are given the right conditions, they do not just participate in the economy, they contribute to its transformation. And this idea is at the heart of both NMB and UN Women. And as this audience really knows very well, in finance, unlocking potential and giving the right conditions means removing risks, reducing barriers, and investing where returns are highest. Today, we are celebrating 30 years of NMB leadership in the Nepal financial sector, and we celebrate a partnership that is still under construction, but a partnership that is built on trust and on a shared purpose. And the purpose is very simple: women's economic empowerment as a driver of inclusive and sustainable growth in Nepal. And we are honored to walk this journey with NMB. So before explaining very briefly what the partnership means for us, let me just take a few minutes, with all protocols observed, to just share with you a personal story. I hope many of you can relate directly or indirectly. But over a decade ago, when I returned to work after my first daughter was born, I was working in UN headquarters in New York. I had been working there for over 5 years. But only when I returned after my maternity leave, I realized that there was no space for a lactating mother, no system. There were policies, but there were no policies in action. So I had to negotiate, I had to advocate, and eventually I managed to create a small temporary solution. And it worked, but it was not easy. Later, when I was posted in Vietnam, after my second daughter was born, things changed a little bit because I was working with the head of the United Nations back then, I used my influence to create a proper breastfeeding room for the whole UN workforce. And in fact, I was very happy to see that my youngest daughter was one of the first users. And years later, when I was posted in Colombia, I remember those early struggles. And one of the first things that I did as a deputy representative was reducing my own office to create a breastfeeding room for all UN Women staff. So when I look back, I remember myself as this young mother living outside my own country with a limited support network and building my career. And I really wanted to grow professionally, but I also wanted to care for my children. I wanted both. So last year, I felt something very, very special when I was invited to inaugurate the NMB childcare facility in the central office. And I connected immediately and deeply with my own experience, wishing it hadn't been that hard for me to create that enabling environment. So I can say this with confidence. When the environment changes, productivity improves, retention improves, well-being improves. And this is not charity, this is a smart workplace policy. So what does an enabling environment really mean? It means unlocking opportunity, and in the financial sector, it means pairing capital with capability. And global evidence is very clear. According to IFC, women-owned businesses face a financing gap of more than 1.7 trillion USD globally. And in Nepal, women-led MSMEs remain more likely to be informal, underfinanced, and underserved. And this is exactly where our partnership with NMB is making a difference. Under Women Economic Empowerment Principles, we move from commitment to action. And together, we deliver gender-smart finance, learning, and field engagement. NMB participated in a gender-smart finance workshop, and then we went to the communities. We jointly deliver financial and business literacy sessions for rural women, for women-led MSMEs. And I have met many of these women running small shops, agro-business, processing units, service enterprises. They have ideas, they have markets, they have ambitions, and what they often lack is access to finance and tailored financial services. So NMB is now supporting women-led MSMEs to access finance, not only through loans, but through knowledge. And this is what enabling environment looks like. Capital plus skills plus confidence. And looking ahead, we will go farther. We will co-design gender-smart financing products for women-led businesses. We will expand digital and inclusive finance, and we will bundle finance with business development services. We will also work together to address violence against women through community outreach and customer-facing initiatives, and we will scale employer-supported childcare across NMB branches because women cannot grow business if systems do not support care. So to conclude today, I would like to recognize NMB's leadership and NMB becoming the first company in Nepal to receive regional WEBS Award special recognitions. This matters. These WEBS Awards are walking the talk, and they mean setting targets, policies, and tracking progress to unlock opportunity for women entrepreneurs, for women employees, and for future workforce of Nepal. Together, we will continue to unlock potential. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Patricia, for the inspiring remarks, and thank you very much for highlighting the powerful partnership between NMB Bank and UN Women. The words just expressed through the podium have truly underscored how collaboration can drive meaningful change, advance women's empowerment, and build a more inclusive and equitable future for all of us.